So this is a certain counting video about my experience from Japan. Click here to watch the story of my first 2 days, and this one is about the stories after that. So let's start with coins. So these are the coins used in Japan. From left to right we have 500, 150, 10, 5, and 1 yen. 1 Japanese yen worth about a penny. Look at this 50 yen, it has a hole in it. 5 yen has it too. As you probably know, Canada stopped using pennies, while the states haven't got to it yet. If you're for eliminating pennies, you probably know the number. It costs 1.7 cents to make a penny in the States. The 1 yen coin in Japan is similar to that, except it's probably more expensive. I couldn't find any source to it. I imagine some complicated calculation was involved. They only publish how many they have minted, not the cost just for that. And I mean, how do you calculate the cost just for that when you have something that's used by everything? So most Japanese article I found on Google points to a Wikipedia article which points to a rotten link that points out it costs 3 yen to make a 1 yen coin in 2013. But apparently it takes Japanese people 13 yen per yen to stop making them. So I've got a drawer full of them. These are mostly 1 yen coins. Let me count them and have some rough ideas how many time is lost by clerks counting these 1 yen coins. Okay, start. So that took about 1 minute. $75, $78. So I got 78 yen for 1 month stay in Japan. After 4 more months, when I go back to China for Chinese New Year after either passing or failing the entrance exam, I will have 78 times 5 about 400 yen in just 1 yen coins. By the way, is it legal to melt down Japanese coins in China? Like sell the aluminum? So just like in Canada, these coins cannot be used in your jihankis. Neither are the 5 yen ones. But you know what's crazy? In China we have 1 and 5 cent coins too. Just people don't use them most of the time. 1 Chinese yuan worth roughly 20 yen. So 5 cents in Chinese yuan is roughly 1 yen. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why it's called yuan, yen, and won, they all mean the same thing. They mean a circle, because these are in circle. Anyway, as shown in this video, I often go to 7-Elevens when I was in China. And I do that a lot in Japan. Oh, I'm getting somewhere, don't worry. If the clerk need to pay you 40 cents or 90 cents in China for change, it gets rounded up to 50 cents or 1 yuan. In Japan, hell no. You can tell the clerk you don't want change all you want, but they refuse, like they tell you they cannot not give you the change. I think it's obvious, just not worth the time for 7-Elevens in Beijing to give the change. But despite labor is much more expensive in Japan, they insisted. I asked my senpais for why that happens. They're like, Japanese people are cheap. Okay. Second thing, receipts. There's 2 kind of sizes of receipts in Japan. There's wide and narrow. I find Japanese businesses tend to use the narrow ones, while there's significantly more foreign businesses that use a wide one. And I need to follow up on that though, because I don't have enough samples. For now, out of 5 businesses that use a wide receipt, there's the Starbucks, McDonald's, and IKEA. Out of 21 businesses that use a narrow receipt, there's 7-Eleven and Two Lace Coffee, which I didn't know was not a Japanese place before Wikipedia. But anyway, the results look statistically significant to me. It's 10% versus 60%. I don't know why though. Now, everyone's favorite pizzas. Pizzas are considered fancy in Japan, I think. Can you imagine a $40 pizza at Domino's or Pizza Hut? They got that. Funny thing is, if you go to Domino Japan's website, in Japanese, you find all the expensive stuff. A large pizza will typically cost from $20 up to $40, except the half-price things. Sometimes they have under $20. And if you go to Domino Japan's website in English, you get large pizza, buy one, get one free, cost $25 in total, 2 toppings each. Or you can get 2 medium pizza, 2 toppings for about $15. Oh, I'm going with $1. It's exactly 100 yen in here just for the convenience. Okay, so for some reason the camera was overheating, so I had to stop for a while. So the lighting has changed. Anyway, there's something funny with what I just said, right? Pizza in Japan comes in presets of toppings. You don't choose your own, you just order. And get this, building a cheese pizza in the choose your topping system is cheaper than just ordering a cheese pizza in the Japanese system for Pizza Hut. I mean, what? So if you're like me, a pizza loving person in Japan, go to the English website, I guess. Oh, and I got a origami paper cup for peeing into for the health checkup. Just a quick rant here. It said 1 to 2 p.m., so I was there at 1. And it took me only an entire hour to wait in the line before the checkup. I mean, can you just say that you have to waste everyone an hour of time? Why punish people for being on time? It's only worse for female students because they are after us. I'm sorry, this video is mostly just me ranting. It's just, I feel I'm repeatedly told a lot of unnecessary information redundantly. And again, when I first come here, my life has been quite decent since. Everything feels cheaper, sometimes even cheaper than Beijing. I have no idea how they managed to do that. I sincerely hope there's no overworking salaryman plot on my foods. And that's it for this video. Goodbye and DFTBA.